Shit. Still only in Wellington, Wales. Good girl for eating. You're tired, aren't you? Mummy's so tired you could cry too. Did you know that? Why don't you close your lovely eyes? A girl needs her beauty sleep. Wouldn't you like to have some lovely dreams? Mummy could really use some lovely dreams. Yeah, really could.
Lovely day for it, Miss Spoil. The lads have grown quite concerned about the lack of blackberry in their diet.
Then they're in luck. I've made quite a bit of it, and it's all for you, lads.
Oh, won't the lads be delighted? I hope you will accompany me to the station forthwith.
The lads have prepared a little merriment to show our gratitude.
Miss Spoil makes the world go round. 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 O-M-H-A-P-P-Y to the F-R-E-E, F-R-E-E to the S-A-V-E-D, S-A-V-E-D from the bonds of S-I-N. Glory, glory, hallelujah, hip hooray, amen, sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. For the sixpence on a drum, save another drunken bump, sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. For the sixpence on the drum and you'll be saved.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
There, lads. That should hold you for a bit, right? And Miss Boyle will be sure to synthesise a blackberry on time next time, so we don't have all this awkwardness. After all, with all you lads are going through, who knows how long this batch will last? Not as long as the last one, I'll wager.
Fuck. How many times did I nearly get myself killed for this patch? Gwen, we have got to get out of this goddamn town.
No. It's a rat. You're a rat. You have to be a rat.
It's just a silly feeling. I'll go home and make sure she's all right. I'm sure she's fine. It's just one rat where it shouldn't be. How have you been?
All right.
Baby needs new shoes. That's exactly how Mummy feels. She's not allowed to show it to anyone. Not even you. Aren't you hungry, darling? We'll get across to the mainland. I just haven't got the faintest fucking clue how. But I bet there are still cows out there. Or goats. Won't be this awful stuff Mummy proves. Oh, you've got a cough. And a cute little runny nose. And a rash that keeps getting worse. Oh, and a fever. Dear Lord, please don't let it be measles. Please stop crying. Please. This would be so much easier if I had someone to help. But it can't be your daddy because he's a... Well, I think he's a bit of a psychopath. And I suppose if I were with him, the moment you... Oh my god. Babies die of measles. How the hell do I treat it? Where the fuck am I gonna get cod liver oil? Cod liver oil. Yes, Dr. Verloc does have some. But he's pretty pissed off at Mummy right now. But I'll die if I don't get cod liver oil. All right. I'll go and see him. Maybe he's calmed down. Maybe. Christ, I haven't been to Hayworth Lab since I started showing. This is not going to be fun.
No, I'm sure you're all safely in bed and ready for a bedtime story, aren't you?
Finders keepers.
Hello, it's Sally. Sally Boyle. Can I come in?
Right, ma'am. I'll get the door for you. Miss Boyle, what a nice surprise. We haven't seen you in quite some time, have we, Constable Whistler?
Indeed, we have not, Constable Layton, and may I say, Ma'am, you brighten our day. Like
Blackberry Joy.
what would we do without our Blackberry Joy?
And we thank you for it, don't we?
I must say Dr. Verloc is not equally thankful, seeing as you have become his primary competition.
And he nurses a broken heart.
Hell hath no fury, as they say. Are you quite sure you wish us to announce your presence?
Please.
Dr. Verloc, sir?
I said no interruption.
Dr. Verloc, sir, there is a young lady who wishes to see you.
You'll have to be more specific.
You place me in a quandary, sir, as you have expressly forbidden me to speak her name on any account.
Sally,
Hi.
come crawling back, have you?
Please don't hate me, Anton.
Oh no? I teach you everything I know. You steal my notes.
They were my notes, Doctor.
You steal my business, and you have the nerve to come back here.
You locked me out in the rain to teach me a lesson.
And then you replace me with Bing.
Anton.
We were so close to cracking the isometric structure of the new molecule. I suppose you cracked it on your own after you left, didn't you?
Doctor.
Your Blackberry.
Doctor!
I don't care if the General's protecting you. You've gone too far this time. Sergeant, arrest her. She's a thief. Don't let her get away.
I am sorry, Miss Boyle.
Perhaps you had better...
Yeah. Of course. Fuckity fuck. Where do I get cod liver oil now? Wait. Arthur. He was always so good at finding things. If he can survive the Garden District... He was so mad, but he could never stay mad at me for long. Not after he told me off.
It's time for all good citizens to be getting ready to go to bed. And some people say it actually took place in our very own Haviland. But who knows?
Please step away immediately.
Strange things that move in the night. It's best not to go into it. Strange things.
Will you bring it on? All the lads.
Things happen. Huh?
The guilty bugger.
Follow the yellow brick road. All off!
And some said there were no one ever saw it.
Atheling, ergot.
So they ate the grain, they chewed their way into cupboards to eat the cheese. They even ate chickens when they could quarter them. Nothing.
God bless the child that's got its own.
Oh, God. Make them stop.
Sounds like someone's having a terrible life.
Sally! Don't tell me you're out here too.
I'm just visiting.
Well, aren't you lucky?
You got a bad batch?
Oh, God, the ice. Make them stop.
There was an accident at the lab. Bill didn't get his gas mask on fast enough.
Let me sleep, oh, God, please.
You know, Dr. Verloc keeps trying to make your blackberry. Keeps jiggering around the formula for coconut, but it's never quite right.
Not based on coconut. It's not based on any of the flavours.
Well, you might have told Dr. Verloc that.
He wasn't kind to me. I left. We haven't really talked since.
Please, please, no more, no more.
If he could just sleep, I think he'd get better. Can you give him some sleep?
I can give him something to knock him out, but it's risky. I don't know what's going on.
At least help him sleep, for God's sake.
All right. I'll do what I can. He'll sleep for a while now. I hope.
Why do they have to be so many eyes?
There, sweetie. Rest if you can.
I don't understand. That should have knocked him out.
Before we had to leave the village, I bought some quietropine. Mr. Adams had some on the top shelf. That made the eyes go away for a while. Until they came back. Was that yours? Did you make it for Mr. Adams when you were still his shop girl? Before you traded up to Dr. Verloc?
Dottie, it wasn't like that. Anton was so smart, so... I mean, he was stylish. I'd never met anyone like that.
And you were just an innocent little chemist's girl, and Dr. V just swept you off your feet.
Are you... jealous?
Will you give him some quietropine?
It's not easy to make. And it's dangerous.
Everything he sees has eyes on it.
Has he been taking anything else? Aside from the knockout I just gave him, you can't take it if you've been taking anything else.
He hasn't taken anything else. Where would we get anything? There's no corner chemist here. There isn't even a corner.
Dottie. They've stopped whispering.
I love you, Bill.
The eyes have gone, Dottie.
I'm glad.
It's all dark.
Get some sleep, Bill. I love you.
I'll sleep now.
Bye, Bill.
What did you do?
You wouldn't understand. You've never really loved a man.
You gave him something else, didn't you?
I'm going back to the village now. There are some things I won't need anymore. I buried them behind this house. You don't mind getting your hands dirty, do you?
Tomorrow is another day.
They have gossamer wings, just like in books. But the books don't tell you about their teeth. Oh, so frightfully sharp. And the way they stare at you, never blinking.
I'm sorry.
For the past 14 years, I've sort of thought about what I'd say if I ever ran into you again. But being a complete jealous arse about the General was not really part of the plan.
Sir Robert's a client.
Oh, good. I mean...
I don't go around having sex with all my clients.
No. Of course not.
I could ask him. He likes to feel important.
Even after all those awful things I said?
We used to be Arthur and Sally, the two musketeers. Remember?
Did you really come here just to offer me a letter of transit? Or did you want something?
I thought we could help each other.
All right. What do you want?
I used to know I could trust you about anything.
Of course you can trust me. What is it you want?
It's going to sound stupid, but... a bottle of cod liver oil.
A bottle of cod liver oil? Like your mum used to torment you with?
What if I told you it was sort of a souvenir?
Why on earth would you want to remember your mum?
I don't know. I keep hoping I'll remember something that'll make it all better. Like maybe it was an accident and she didn't mean to poison the soup. You know how joy fucks up your memories. Look, if it's too much to ask...
I suppose it would be too much to expect. Don't worry, Arthur. I will ask my friend the General for a rotten scrap of paper just for old time's sake.
Look, it's not exactly a souvenir. Things have got a little more complicated than usual. I'm sorry I fucked everything up. I wanted to die, you know. I thought about it, but I couldn't. Not after...
After what your
what
mum
my
did?
mum did.
Look, I'll get it for you. The cod liver oil.
I missed you so. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I'll get you that letter.
I have to go.
I'm sorry.
I really...
It just
I'll just
came out.
go, get you that bottle. Meet you back here sometime. Let you know when I've got it.
I guess I've got to see the General now. Won't that be fun? You can't expect me to wear that.
Since when do you care about fashion? I thought that was only for silly girls.
For God's sake, gingham. I look like Hansel and Gretel.
You've been looking a bit too... provocative.
Provocative? I don't even wear a bra yet.
Maybe you should. You don't want men to get the wrong idea about you.
First, I'm not doing enough to get a man. Now I'm trying too hard.
Just wear the dress, will you? It'll keep away the wrong sort of attention.
Am I my brother's keeper? Am I? You won't.
Now I see what the boys like about fighting.
You can't kill all of us.
Look, we really need this.
Lovely to see you, Miss Boyle.
Nice to see you, Miss Boyle.
I did get one of them at Ramsgate.
I hope the General's not in one of his oh poor me moods. It's such a chore dragging him out of them. If he's cheery... Hello?
Hello? Anybody home? It's Sally Boyle. I'm not a German infiltrator. Please don't ambush me. Where are they?
Miss Boyle, we weren't expecting you. Harry, why the fuck is the gate open? Excuse my French, ma'am. I told you to close it.
No, Sergeant, you didn't. You... Miss Boyle! Oh, won't he be happy to see you? He's trying to fix the boat again.
The one in the warehouse?
You mean the one in the boathouse, as his mom?
They've moved the boat to the water.
And he's got Hardy patching it up. Hardy don't hardly know which end of a boat goes in the water.
If you don't think Hardy's up to it, find me someone who does know boats. Sally!
Suppose you drift away, sir. How are we going to fetch you?
What an unexpected pleasure.
Army officers ought not to be pottering about in boats, sir.
I realise you must be out of Rainbow. You haven't been round in weeks.
Wasn't I around just a few days ago?
Damn it. Oh, and a friend of mine left the parade without his letter of transit. Now he can't go back to work. Isn't that silly?
Any friend of yours, my dear.
It's been too long, anyway.
Oddest thing, last time I was there, I could swear I heard something that sounded like a cat. But I haven't seen a cat since the war. Have you? Fortunately, I wrote myself a note. Sally's got a baby. What do you suppose that means?
Who knows? Once you hallucinated that you were back in India and you kept saying, "But I don't want to shoot some poor bastard's elephant."
You're as clever a liar as I am. You can lie with the truth.
You're cruel to toy with me, General.
It's Dr. Verloc's baby, isn't it? No wonder you never told him. God knows what he'd do to a baby. You might have told me.
She's not your bloody baby. So what do you care?
Do you remember the children born after the war? We got some of them out, but they made everyone so unhappy.
Can you get us out?
I might be able to get her out if I'm very clever, but no. I can't spare you. What do you think would happen if our beloved Bobbies ran out of Blackberry Joy? I've a safe house. Remember that abandoned building where you threw me that masquerade ball last year? I've cleaned it up a bit. Bring her there.
I'm not sending her away.
Why not? It's traditional, a single girl in trouble, not equipped to take care of her baby. I'd have thought you'd be grateful. You'll end up in one of Dr. Verloc's glass cells, and even I won't be able to save you. You don't know what it's like to be alone, do you? A girl like you never is. I think you know the way out.
All right. I've got the bloody letter of transit. Arthur said he'd let me know when he had the cod liver oil. Oh, I hope he sent me something on the blower. Wait. If the General's got the post, I wish I could have just got it for Arthur for old time's sake. But Gwen needs that cod liver oil. Oh, look, you've been beaten by a girl. And that's for
for telling lies about me after school. Sally, your customer relations leave something to be desired.
Attention all personnel.
It is here. The General's Bristol pilot. My God, if I could steal a boat... Oh, but does it work?
Miss Boyle! How lovely to see you.
You got the boat in the water. Well, over the water anyway.
It don't leak quite as much anymore. Thing is, the motor don't turn. I mean, forget starting it. The old man's got the only key. I can't even turn it with a wrench. Rusted solid. I'd have to take it apart, but I think I'd never get it back together again.
You know a lot about boats, and you're the only one fixing it up?
Ma'am, I'm a joiner. If you need a door hung, I'm your man. Apparently, that makes me the General's expert on boats.
My dad and I patched up a Bristol pilot when I was a girl.
Is that what sort of boat it is?
Did about 20 leagues, but it wasn't really white water. So we sold it for a twin diesel schooner. Of course, the Navy requisitioned that for lake patrols. We tried to patch up a Q-boat during the occupation, but we couldn't find a ramjet. I'm not an expert.
Would you happen to know how to fix the motor?
Well, if it's rusted solid, maybe Dr. Faraday would make a new one for me.
You know Dr. Faraday? If the likes of me asked her, she'd probably zap me with one of her satanic devices.
All right, but don't tell the General.
No, ma'am. It'll be our little secret. Won't the General be surprised?
Have you never seen an auxiliary, then?
Miss Boyle! How lovely to see you.
I wouldn't say that where the Sarge could hear you.
Well, Gwen, we may just make it out of here alive after all. I just need to get Dr. Faraday to make a new boat motor for me. Then I lied my ass off to Hardy. I've never been near a boat, so I'll need to find someone who can tell me how to drive one. And I guess I'll need to steal the General's key to the boat. All right. First things first, who can tell me about boats? Wait. The air raid shelter. Arthur and I snuck in there once. And then we walked the rail tunnels all the way back to Maidenhome. I should go down there and make sure the hatch door is still open. Never hurts to have an escape hatch. Wouldn't Arthur be pleased if he'd come up with that?